Alright guys, this is Royal Rumble here with my 2015 Royal Rumble review. This is actually the second time I've had to record it due to technical difficulties. I will be recording my Royal Rumble review, and I didn't record my TLC review last month, which I apologise for, but let's just get straight into the pay-per-view. A great crowd for most of the night, but a lot of the matches they couldn't really get into. The one they did get into was unbelievable. It was really good. It was freaking awesome. And but towards the end, they really annoyed me. My main problem for this entire pay-per-view was the crowd in the end. While I've said they're good, they were good for this very one match. But about halfway through the Rumble, they dropped and were just incredibly annoying. If you were in that crowd, I'm sorry, you were really annoying. And you were just... You were doing it because that's what you're an ECW crowd. You're used to different style of wrestling, I guess. And you seeing what, we as WWE, I as a WWE fan, have been seeing for years, that must be really different for you. So, but you had to have marked out when Bubba Ray came back, and we'll get to that when we get to the Rumble. But let's just get into the pay-per-view. So the night started on the pre-show with a New Day, the New Day, which was actually promoted wrong. This match ended up being Big E and Kofi Kingston against Cesaro and Kidd, and it was originally promoted as Tyson Kidd, Cesaro and Rose against the full New Day. So that was annoying because my prediction might have changed, but probably wouldn't. I predicted the New Day and I was wrong. Cesaro and Kidd with a win, which made me incredibly happy. I love Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. They are such a good tag team. I think they could make leaps and bounds in that division. In a division that is so weak at the moment. So it's good to have a team like that. Nothing special. It was quite a good match. It was probably the second best match of the entire night, which doesn't say much for the other matches, but it really isn't helping this either. I mean, it was good. Good back and forth. Good, okay, I guess okay psychology. But overall, I think I gave it a 2.5 star out of 5, obviously. And I wouldn't recommend watching it. It isn't worth watching, really. So on to the actual pay-per-view, and we get the Ascension versus the Outlaws, and thank God they went with the Ascension for the win. I honestly, if the Outlaws had won, I would have rated. I really would have. I would have been very angry. But thank God the Outlaws, the Ascension won in quick time, about 5 minutes. Good for the Ascension, but again, the victory over the Outlaws are 50-year-old men. What does that do for the Ascension? It does absolutely nothing for them. Yeah, they've beaten a team now with an actual name, but it still does nothing for them. Overall, it's a pretty average match. I gave it 2 stars. TV quality. So, obviously, the obvious theme of this Royal Rumble was tag team matches. There were 2 matches that weren't tag team matches, and there were only 6 on the card. 6 on the card, and 2 of them were title matches. And when you have the IC, the US, and the Divas as well, it's incredibly annoying to see that you only have 2 title matches. They could use the excuse of our US champion, our IC champion are both in the Rumble. But wait a minute, I've remembered I can think of times where like MVP was the US champ, but he was still in the Rumble. So come on, guys, get it. Chris Benoit in 2007 was in the Rumble and he was US champ, but I don't think he had a match on the card. Yeah, good point. Oh well, kind of just duped myself there. So the next match, Paige and Natalya versus the Bellas. I actually got this prediction right. I predicted the New Day match wrong, obviously, and I predicted the Ascension right. This match I predicted correctly. The Bellas beating Paige and Natalya. A screw up from Paige and Natalya leads to Nikki Bella getting the pinfall. And okay, it's nice to see. I guess a different style of Divas match on a pay-per-view, because we don't ever get tag team match, we just get one-on-ones. But I honestly wanted to see a Divas title match between Paige and Nikki. I'm already sick of Nikki holding the belt. I don't think she's worth to hold the belt. When I look at people who've held that belt, I'm like Michelle McCool, Mickie James. They were great wrestlers in the Divas division. And now looking at Nikki, honestly, she isn't up to scratch with Paige or AJ. Or even Brie. I'd rather Brie have the belt. Natalya, I'd take Natalya to have the belt. I'd probably have Alicia Fox with the belt. I just don't like Nikki. But overall I gave the match 2 stars. Again, just not compelling. I have actually, sorry, I've done this wrong. The Usos match came before this. Usos versus Miz and Mizdow. Usos retain, nothing special, 2 stars. TV quality, same old from both teams. And now we get to the meat of the whole pay-per-view. The reason you should go and watch this pay-per-view. The triple threat match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Wow, this was good. This is one of the best triple threat matches I've seen in a long time. I'm a huge fan of triple threat matches. WrestleMania 20 is my favourite match of all time with Benoit, HBK and Triple H. Benoit's my favourite wrestler, so personal bias, but the match is absolute quality. And this match here was absolute quality. Back and forth, Rollins, Cena and Lesnar. And Cena kept up with both men, which was so surprising. Some great spots. Table elbow. Lesnar took a lot. Lesnar took a spear. He took 3 AAs. He took a curb stomp. He took a spear through the barricade, and he took an elbow drop through the announce table. He took 2 briefcase shots to the head. And in the end, Rollins goes for the curb stomp to Lesnar on the briefcase. But Lesnar catches him, gives him an F5. Lesnar is still the champion, which means my prediction is wrong, which kind of screwed me over, because I think that means I'm 2-all in my predictions now. Oh, wait, right, wrong, right. So I'm 3-2 in my predictions at the moment. So I needed the Rumble to save me and make it a decent overview. What a great match. It was so good. I would watch that again. It was honestly really, really good. I think I gave it 4. I gave it 4.25 stars. Go watch it. It is very, very good. It's like last year's Rumble with the Bryan Wyatt match. That is the only reason you watch it. Nothing else. Nothing else this year except that match. And with the main event covered, we move on to the Royal Rumble match and everyone's obvious outbursts of anger at the victor being Roman Reigns. All I'm going to say is I told you so about a year ago. Well, actually, I didn't tell you because I wasn't on YouTube a year ago. But I told everyone a year ago, I said, Roman Reigns is going to win the Rumble this year. Daniel Bryan's back, still not going to win it. Ryback getting pushed, still not going to win it. Ziggler, no. Ambrose, no. Wyatt, no. Roman Reigns is the horse. Roman Reigns is the new John Cena. And what actually annoyed me is the crowd were so against him. Like they were against Batista last year, and people making memes like, oh, you've ruined it 2 years in a row. This isn't as bad as the Batista thing. I don't understand why everyone's so angry. Roman Reigns is the new guy. Batista was taking the spotlight from younger guys. Do you not understand that Roman Reigns is the future? In my opinion, is Roman Reigns the best guy and the one who should be the future? No, but that's who they're going with. He's the new John Cena, whether you like him or you don't. I don't like him, I'm just trying to defend him. The crowd's reaction was awful, alright? It was downright awful and disrespectful. Roman Reigns has done nothing wrong. He doesn't choose what he does. He is booked that way because that's who he is. He's booked like that because he's the next star. Do you really think he's going to turn down being the next John Cena? Come on. The crowd were a joke. The crowd were an absolute joke. Honestly. The Cena-Rollins match, they were in it, they were chanting, this is awesome, it was fantastic. That match, it was a joke. I'm sorry, the crowd honestly annoyed me. And even when Rock came out, they were still booing. You can't boo The Rock. I understand, we'll send The Rock out there because we think the crowd are going to be annoyed. Yeah, that's why the WWE did it. But the crowd was still annoyed, and it's just annoying. Alright? I'm not even a big Roman Reigns fan. I'll accept him over Cena. I'll accept him over... I don't know. I mean, I will accept him over Cena. I'll accept him over Orton or something like that. Batista, yeah, I'll accept him. Oh, Roman Reigns winning, it's even worse than Batista last year. What are you on about? No, it's not. Roman Reigns is the future. They need to promote someone like him. I wanted, honestly, Ambrose to win the Rumble. I knew there was 0 chance of Ambrose winning the Rumble. I also wanted Ziggler, but there was 0 chance of that happening. So now I've got that rant over. Let's look at the actual match. Okay, the match was quite sloppy. The eliminations were poor. Daniel Bryan getting eliminated after about 10 minutes was awful. I don't know who booked that. I think Triple H made a huge mistake if that's what he was going for. Because now I can't see what Daniel Bryan's doing going into WrestleMania. But honestly, why was he eliminated so quickly? I was literally in shock. I was talking to my dad, I was watching it this morning on TV, talking to my dad, and Daniel Bryan came out. I was like, Daniel Bryan will be one of the last two. And then he was eliminated. I was like, what? Like, wow. Another one, Rowan and Harper. Why were they eliminated so quickly? Mizdow, why was he eliminated so quickly? Tyson Kidd, I actually like Tyson Kidd, so that's just my personal bias. Cesaro, Barrett, Ziggler, Ryback. Why were these men eliminated so quickly? You know what? The two people I give respect to, and the only two they seem to really push this entire Rumble, well, actually three. Reigns, Bray Wyatt, because Bray Wyatt was absolutely incredible. By the way, Seth Rollins was my overachiever of the night. He was awesome. But Bray Wyatt's a close second. And Rusev. Those three men were fantastic throughout the entire Rumble. Got to give them all credit. Bray Wyatt was absolutely phenomenal. 9 out of 10 performance from Bray Wyatt. WWE just uploaded something. But it just annoyed me how much the crowd were against it. Another few problems with the match. The surprise entrance being Boogeyman, DDP, and Bubba Ray Dudley. Bubba Ray Dudley, the crowd ate up. DDP, yeah, I ate up. I love DDP. Diamond Cutters, like, one of my favourite finishing moves. And Boogeyman, I honestly don't care about Boogeyman. I was so happy that Bray Wyatt threw him out as quickly as he did. So, I mean, I guess that's really it. I mean, that's all I've really got to talk about. How do I see this going to WrestleMania with Lesnar and Reigns? It's just going to be that big powerhouse match. It doesn't really look like a main event to me, if I'm quite honest. So I think something's going to have to go over it, and that'll probably be Sting and Triple H, or people like, well, that's Rock and Triple H. That's something that's been in the works for a while. But I don't really see what stars like Bryan, Rollins, Ambrose, Orton, Cena, Rusev are going to be doing at Mania. I mean, Cena and Rusev is pretty much guaranteed, I think, with their little confrontation on the Fallout. So, I mean, that's cool, but then again, isn't Cena going to beat him and end his unbeaten run like Cena did with Umaga and Carly and any other big guy who ever gets a push? Yeah. Cena ends everyone's unbeaten run. It's really annoying. But, I mean, I just don't see what they're going to do into WrestleMania. So, that's it. That's really all I've got to say on the Rumble. I gave the Rumble match 2.5 stars. I thought it was okay, but some eliminations were incredibly sloppy. Credit to Bray Wyatt, because he brings it up a lot. And I can't believe Daniel Bryan. I lost £5 on a bet for Daniel Bryan, so that annoyed me. But hey, I mean, Road to WrestleMania begins, but I don't really feel like we've really started yet. I felt like Raw tonight, well, actually it's been cancelled. Raw tonight would have really started us on the road to WrestleMania, but at the moment I'm still we need one more big thing to happen before we're finally on the road. And the new pay-per-view, Fastlane, so they've got rid of a Elimination Chamber, which is annoying because that was my favourite gimmick match, apart from the TLC, is coming up, and I don't know what they're going to be doing at that pay-per-view. It's a stupid name for a pay-per-view, if I'm honest. So, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to Fastlane, actually, if I'm honest. So that's it. I think overall I give the Rumble 5 stars out of 10. Out of 10. I mean, 5 out of 10. A lackluster booking really screwed it over. The match quality of the main event, the Triple Threat match, was incredible, but the others were so average. So painfully average. And that's it. Like, comment, subscribe for more. I don't really feel very well today, so that's why I sound iffy. Like, comment, subscribe for more, and keep watching. Thanks, guys.